Okay. So Denise, you're an expert in yoga. What is yoga? Can you explain? Can you define yoga for us?
Yes, well, yoga is a very ancient discipline that dates back thousands of years. It has its roots in India. And really, it's a whole attitude to life and a way of life that takes in physical exercises, a mental attitude, breathing exercises, and relaxation. So it's really a whole way of living your life to be more at ease with yourself, more healthy, both in mind and body.
I was going to ask you. I mean, obviously, it's very, very popular. What are what are the benefits in mind and body? I mean, how's it
Well,
changed your life, for
oh,
example?
certainly, yes. Well, I discovered yoga after the birth of my children and immediately knew that that was what I wanted to do. And fortunately, I was in a position to undergo a training which was financed by the local yoga club who needed a teacher. So I've spent many years teaching on a voluntary basis in the club.
Hmm.
The training was 4 years, which entailed going away for 8 weekends a year and then doing training courses. And I was also lucky enough to go to India for 3 weeks during that 4 year period. And then subsequently I've developed it so that I can actually earn a living out of it. I've set up my own classes in other parts of the region. And for me, I mean, it's a long process. There aren't any instant results, but it's a whole process of changing your attitude to the way you live, in terms of becoming very open to opportunities, becoming more relaxed in certain situations, learning how to use the breathing to reduce stress, for example. Also, learning to live more in the moment, which
Hmm.
is sounds easy but quite difficult to do all the time. Taking advantage of every moment of your life. And all of that is included. It's a very many-layered philosophy. You can take it on any level you want. You can either just do the physical exercise or you can take it deeper, and it can become a spiritual journey as well, a self-discovery.
So, okay, you're in a situation where a stressful situation. You're late. You're in a traffic jam. I mean, how do you deal with those situations?
Well, it's first of all it's the deep breathing. I mean, it sounds simple. It's simply um, calming the breathing rate. Slowing down your breath calms down the heart rate
Hmm.
automatically, slows down your blood circulation, and immediately you become lighter. And if you can just stand back from the situation you're in and observe your reactions. For example, obviously people get angry and these emotions come up and we don't know what to do with them. We just let ourselves become overwhelmed by them. If you can learn to just stand back from them and just take stock, it's much easier to handle those moments of. Doesn't mean that you're never going to get angry,
Mm.
but you can be aware of it and handle it better.
That sounds very interesting. And what advice would you give to anyone who was interested in taking up yoga?
Well, to start, find a class and a teacher who you're comfortable with, because there are lots of good teachers around, but it may not be. There are lots of different approaches, and most teachers will give you a class free of charge to see if you like it. And then after that, really regularity is important. If you can go once a week, it's difficult to practice at home, but I always try in my classes. I always try to give certain indications of things that you can do in your daily life, like the deep breathing. Obviously, you can do it any time. There are certain relaxation techniques that you can use at any time when you're stressed or tired, or if you've got backache. To try and, not just say, well, I'm going to my yoga class once a week, but to try and integrate certain things into your life that will be beneficial in the long term.
Well, thank you very much indeed for talking to us, Denise.
You're very welcome. My pleasure.